Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for our weekly angel reading for July 13th through the 19th, 2015. So let's just take a moment to take a deep breath and to allow our energies to just sort of be soothed by the breath. So really breathe deeply into the lungs. They're indicating for you to really get a full breath. As some of you may have not been breathing as fully as you are able, and just get a sense of that some shallow breathing has been taking place because the energy has been moving very rapidly. There's been a lot of change, a lot of action, a lot of movement. And you may have been feeling the intensity of this. Now, it's a good thing because of the action component and the movement, but it may feel like things have been speeding up very rapidly, and as they're writing the word fast. And with that, it's coming probably some anxieties. So, yes, we are really in a great time of change, and prayers are moving in the direction towards us, but we are not used to this kind of receptivity in which things are just rapidly occurring. And sometimes, if we lose sight of our purpose and we sort of vacillate in our faith, this can cause us to become unsettled and feel as though like an egg, very fragile. Cause us to feel very fragile. They were showing me an egg with a little crack in it, and so the ego is is not going to give up its position of understanding and perception, its view about limitations and lack when it comes to abundance. So it's going to sort of dig its heels in, and that tension is coming from the ego's resistance to more, that more being abundance. So, as all of this male, sort of masculine energy and shifting is happening and changes, they want you to know that you're safe. And this is why the goddesses have been coming in to kind of help us to reflect and look at all the change. So to take our minds off of all the things that are scaring you, to place your attention in through reflection on what your heart is fulfilling for you. What you have to focus on right now is that your heart is fulfilling the creation of prosperity, all of your hopes, and all of your dreams. So you really need to focus your attention on what you love and to focus your attention on what is flowing. So don't try to grab everything and try to control everything. Don't worry about what's out of control. Focus on what is flowing, where the energy's moving, where you feel the ease and the peace and the assurance and confirmations and affirmations, signs that the universe gives you. Don't hold stubbornly to being focused on priorities that you feel you have to do or obligated to, in fear that if you don't, you're going to lose something. This is really the thing that's sort of like tugging at you and is causing an internal struggle. When you go to where the energy is moving with ease and flow, where things seem to be lit up and they're passionate, and what happens is the highest vibration rules the day. So if you go towards that, even though your mind is telling you all the things that can go wrong if you don't attend to the other, what will happen is where the energy is flowing, because the vibration is so high and its frequency is so high, you will become a part of that, and you will enter into an alignment that will place everything that you're experiencing in a different light, or have a different perspective, or offer opportunities for solutions and possibilities at an optimal level. So it has the power to influence all the other things where they were seemingly problematic or stagnant. And then they become a part of the flow because you are now a part of the flow. See, that's what we need to focus on. We need to stay a part of the flow, and that means going where things are flowing, trusting that where things are not, they will then rise to that frequency, and then you will see the solutions and have the clarity. And then when you go to approach it, it has the same ease and opportunities, an abundance of nurturing and opportunities available there. And this is what they're trying to indicate about how you need to nurture yourself, nurture your soul, keep yourself in alignment with what you're trying to manifest, so that the chaos does not, sort of flip you upside down. And so it's very important for you to pay attention to how you feel, and pay attention to where the feelings are guiding you in your heart, not with your mind. And I promise you things will work out. But we have to understand that we're headed for a period where there's going to be this internal struggle, because good is coming. So just remember that, and give all of your attention to the things that are working. Don't try to avoid talking about things that aren't, or things that are bothering you or confusing you in terms of in a fearful way. It's okay to look at them, but try to understand what is happening for your highest and best good. Okay, so let's take a moment to look at the cards for this week. And we're working with the Archangel Oracle deck. Now look at that. Just said nurture. So this is the Archangel Gabriel, whose name means the strength of God. And it says, as you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you right now. So I feel like that in light of what we were just talking about, that this is a very significant time for you to take care of yourself. Know that you are surrounded. First of all, one of the things you want to note here is that you are surrounded and being nurtured by your angels right now. And where you can communicate with them most easily is through your heart. So whatever you hold dear to your heart, your angels hold it in the same way and support whatever is in your heart. And you have to have faith and trust in this right now, that the angels are watching over you. They're keeping everything that you have safely protected. They're watching over your children and their needs and what you want for them, the good that you want for them. Likewise, they're watching over your own dreams as that are probably been with you since a child, and for happiness, for love, for peace, for prosperity and success. And so don't be afraid of I'm being guided to just kind of take one more card from the top of the deck. And so this card kept moving and it wouldn't stay on top. So this card is overcoming difficulties. So as you can see here, the Archangel Jeremiah is indicating how you are about to, that even though you may see an obstacle in your way, that you are about to um, climb over that obstacle. So we have a little bit of a period, as I feel in the next few months, as I'm just looking at this card, the feeling I get is that that obstacle, that will be over that hump in the next few months or so, where this internal struggle with the ego and are getting used to receiving. So things are happening, and it's true that it's like that Christmas time in July feeling, but it's disturbing you because you're not used to receiving. And it's causing a lot of internal struggles. But Archangel Jeremiah is saying that in a few months that you're going to overcome this, and it's going to be a dynamic time. As you can see, the clouds beyond that mountain indicates a dynamic time. And also, as you can see here, I'm just drawn to the light above his head. So really, speaking of that frequency of ascension that we're going forward into, but that energy, that consciousness, your higher self is taking the front seat and is literally the guide, as you can see in the card. And so this is what the shift is really about. So really pay attention right now to how have you evolved, like what aspects of your being is finding peace where before it did not have it. Like, just be aware of where that peace is coming in for you, and place your attention there. That's like one area of flow. You're going to see a huge shift in how you're feeling in different situations, even though things may seem a little crazy. But notice that there are things that are working that weren't working before, and nurture this for yourself. All right, let me just tune in to see if there are any additional information or guidance. And so there's just a feeling. I was just sort of seeing one of those monorails, I think they're called, like when you're a ski lift, and it was coming in. So, but it was empty. Nobody was sitting in it. So, I have a feeling that you need to pay attention to, gifts coming towards you that are an opportunity for you to relax, to do something that may not be directly related to your work. And you may say to yourself, well, I don't have time for that. But the thing about it is, you need to get out of the resistance energy, and you need to get into a place of allowing. And that's what vacations and taking breaks are good for, and focus on something that you love, as they're writing, rather than focus on things that you have to do, and building up a tension and a resistance, which is then so they're showing me the body. They're kind of indicating that you need to take care of yourself right now. Self-care, nurturing self-care. And so when you are not doing that, and you're constantly focused on the things you have to do, you're neglecting the natural flow of your spirit and your physical body, and they need you to get into alignment. And the only way to do that is to find whatever brings that ease or joy or happiness to you. Okay, so let's take a look at the card for the beginning of the week. All right, so we have the Ten of Air. Now, this card would indicate that at the beginning of the week, that something is going to, like come to an end, or the energy is going to kind of let up. All right, now this card has sort of multiple meanings here. It's either you're going to like keep kicking and screaming until this thing just kind of comes to a head, or it means that you can take the action here and you can unplug yourself. And when you unplug yourself from whatever it is, then things start to show up like this mushroom here, or this log where it had fallen and then you can see some decay is there. But you also note that from that decay, there's new growth. So, or when you unplug, you can heal. As you see that golden light where the rest of the other eight unicorns have just sort of, it seems like they've all just decided to go their separate ways. And so there's a break in the energy. So for the beginning of the week, there is some kind of break in the energy, and the choice is up to you. This is the suit of air, so this is a mental decision for you to unplug yourself from any drama or difficult situations. But definitely, as the card reads, it says it's at the end of a difficult situation, which really works very beautifully with this card, although this is going to be more down the road in a couple of months. But you have an opportunity in the beginning of the week where something may resolve, where you, as the cards say, you may begin to embrace the change, okay, and start to expect things to get better. But whatever occurs, it's going to help you it's going to prepare you to be more receptive to the way that things are running, and trusting that the universe is orchestrating this loving outcome for you. All right, let me just tune into this card to see if I get any additional messages. And what they feel like is more advice. And what they're showing me is that they would like for you just to kind of sit down, take a seat, take a moment, get off your feet, meaning get out of the situation, or don't be so action oriented, and observe a little bit more, and just allow things to unfold. So the changes that are happening, you are not going to be able to wrestle with them through worrying. God and the Ascended Masters and those Ascended Masters that you pray to have heard your prayers, and they're working on your behalf. But they kind of need you not to. They need you to kind of pull out of your end, so that they can sort of allow the flow to, they can fix the rest and kind of heal any kind of imbalances that have been occurring. Okay? But they're indicating that you're on the right path, and it is the right thing to do. I feel like someone is just really concerned about letting go of something. It could be a job, or a relationship, or an argument, or, and what they're indicating is this is the right thing for you. Don't worry about what's right or wrong or what the other person may perceive. They want you to know you're going to be safe in this situation, but this is the right thing for you to do, to let go, so that you can embrace the changes that are right for you. And they're letting me know that they're surrounding you, the angels, as they are in this card, through these changes, and they're taking care of you. They care about what you care about just as much as you do, if not more. And there's many of them, as indicated by this card, helping you out. So these two cards just indicate that you've been taken care of and you've been nurtured. And if you take care of yourself and nurture yourself, and the difficulties will work themselves out. All right, let's take a look at the card for the middle of the week. All right, and we have the Page of Fire. And one of the things that, like, I'm hearing about this card, breaking the ice, because one of the things about this card which is so interesting is that this page is like breaking through this very winter setting, bringing through the element of fire. So this is the suit is one of the masculine or action oriented, where ideas, new thoughts, where you may get some original ideas, opportunities for solutions to come through. So the page brings a message, or as the card says, news of an exciting new endeavor. use your originality and ingenuity. So, I think of this card as you know, a kid or a younger child or a younger person or someone who has a very active and creative mind, who is forward thinker, who made you could be this could be representing an adult who just has really good creative and insightful and fresh ideas, that they don't let grass grow under their feet. And so this could be that someone like this comes into your life and kind of is inspiring and kind of opens up things for you, or this could indicate that there's going to be some kind of breakthrough for you in the middle of the week, some kind of shift and messages. Let me just tune into this card and see if there what additional message I get from the angels. So they're indicating that some a new model of ideas is going to present themselves to you, and kind of as you've been advancing forward, but maybe some of you have been feeling like slow moving in your advancements, that some new model is going to just kind of boost or jumpstart that what you've been doing. And they're showing me sort of a megaphone. So it feels like that this will be a great time for you to announce, okay, your plans, or announce your ideas, or to share them in some way, or to pay attention, excuse me, to announcements or advertisements, something that may be significant to you that will help you in sort of claiming the path, your goals, and your dreams. If something's going to be announced that's going to be beneficial to you and help you achieve abundance. So pay attention to in the middle of the week, all right, or throughout the week as well. Let's take a look at the card for the end of the week. Okay, and so we have this 7 of fire. And so this card says, defend your beliefs and decisions, stand your ground, and choose your battles wisely. So one of the things is, although this card may indicate a little bit of a challenge in the energy, but it shows that that you are in the seat of advantage, okay, as the ones are kind of maybe challenging you from below, but you have a very high spiritual knowledge and wisdom indicated by the dragons, and it just gives you an advantage. It gives you a different perspective. You have that being that this is the fire suit, you have the advantage of being motivating others, inspiring others, and even though I get a sense that say if it's something in your work or in your family or whatever, when you're dealing with other people, that that you're going to have the advantage. You're going to have the influence that will be a good influence for everyone else. So don't be afraid to really sort of thinking about that trumpet or the megaphone in the other one. Don't be afraid to speak out, okay, and to take the lead and make decisions, and don't be afraid. Use your brand of motivation and inspiration to really get people to trust you and to do what's best for them. Okay, so help them to see what good is in it for them, and likewise for yourself. Just this card reminds you to stay in your spiritual ground and trust the passion of your soul's purpose and the ideals of love that you would have to share. All right, let me just tune in and just see if there are any additional messages in this card for us. And I feel like what you don't want to do, I want to caution you about being rigid. They're showing me a tree, but the tree reminds me of like some kind of metal tree, made out of metal, like it was a sculpture. And so you don't want to become rigid, because in your connection with source. So don't judge. Be careful about being judgmental and using spirituality to also appear or to come off across as being rigid and judgmental or critical of others. That will turn others off, and it'll make the situation kind of difficult for you. Likewise, be aware of people who are like this towards you, and don't allow yourself to be, you know, uh, influenced by that. You trust yourself and trust your understanding and trust your guts and just stick with that, okay? All right, so let's take a look at the card I already pulled from the bottom of the deck. And okay, so, and I'm hearing about this card. This is about cooperation, okay? So, working well with others. So, in this week, you know, you want to take care of yourself, but you really want to work well with others and kind of create an environment where everyone's role is acknowledged and seen as important. And so, here we see, I don't know if you can see this, but the three fairies in this card are have been in three of the cards alone. Like she's in the nine of Earth card, and I can't remember where the other two. I've seen them, but the idea is that here you're coming together to bring your resources together to work as a team. So this week you're really being asked to work as a team with your angels, starting off here, okay, on your goals and your dreams and desires. Talk to the angels and then notice where things are flowing to help you to get a project or something that you're doing. Notice where the energy is flowing and where it's moving. And you may notice that certain people may come to you and to offer help and offer ideas, as we see here with the page. So really, be open to that, their ideas, acknowledge their ideas, and don't be afraid to sit at the table and work things out. And also, again, as at the beginning of the week we're saying, move away from things, let things go. So you got to let something go in order to gain something. And so this may be one of the things that comes up in the week for you in terms of working as a team. I really feel very strongly, whether it's with the universe or with individuals, where it's all the universe, right? And heaven, angels. So, and our human friends, we have to learn in this week to work together in the energy. But you can easily recognize who you're going to work with by the way that the energy is flowing and how it lights up. So move towards the way the energy is flowing, whether it's flowing through a person and they seem to be heightened in their generosity and things like this, or their willingness to be supportive, and work with them and within your teams, in your job, in your home and family, etc. So I send you lots of love and angel blessings. This is a really beautiful and time filled with opportunities for all of us and all of the transitions. But what we need to do is to remember to take care of your spirit. Remember you are not alone in your dreams and your goals. You have a team of angels around you, caring and nurturing you and your dreams as much as you are, and that things soon will begin to even. But right now, we're just dealing with a little internal battle with our ego. And this is a time of mastery for you to stand in your power and to acknowledge your power. The more you acknowledge your power, the stronger the frequency will become, and you'll see the shift, okay, happen. And with all these things will get better, easier as you work together with the whole of the universe. So if you're looking for an angel reading, then you feel free to contact me at theangelschool.com, which you can find in the description link below, or you can join us on Facebook for the daily card messages, which you can also find in the description link. Also, you can reach us through Twitter as well. So have a beautiful, harmonious, and blessed week. And don't forget to meditate every day, just to sit. You can do body awareness so that we can keep your energies and your frequencies grounded. Lots of love to you, everybody. God bless you all.